We're going to do the Academy Crystal Cave. We're going to do this together. We're going to be right here at Rhea Lucaria and Liurina of Lakes. Here's the Academy right here. If you do not have the key to the Academy, the dragon is right here. And the key is right behind him. You literally don't have to fight the dragon. You just run up there, run behind him, snatch the key, and right out of there on Torrent. Your main gate's right here where you're going to use that key, and also right here. Use it at either location to gain access to this place. But for where we're at, you don't need to be inside of here. You're going to access this from the water side. So right here where we're at, there's going to be a cave. It's tucked back off. It's easily missable. So if you're looking here where you get the dragon, literally right here, tucked off in the distance and some trees and rocks, there's a cave. And it is literally a stone's throw from the dragon. So if you're over here looking for the key, might as well go ahead and hit this cave at the same time. Knock it out. Alright guys, without further ado, like I said, right here, you're going to access this from the water side. Once you're up here, there's no way down. So you'll have to travel to a grace. There's literally no way down from up here. So the best way I can say to get here, there's a grace out here in the water, or the grace right here. You're going to need a stone sword key, because you have an imp statue right here. You're only going to need one. There's one already in it. So you will need that in order to access this cave. You should have one of those by the time you get to this location. I've already broke the seal and used mine. So we're going to go ahead and go in here without further ado. Some cave moss. We're going to come across our grace in here. Let's go ahead and touch that. More cave moss there real quick. I like to activate the bad boys. I don't know why. You know me, guys. If you watch me, you know I'm a throwing knife guy. Just makes things so much easier. So we do got rats. So watch yourself on these. There is many down here. Just gonna keep walking. Make sure you're collecting your cave moss along the way. You should be able to see okay. If not, go ahead and get you a torch. So I might go ahead just so for video purposes. Let's go ahead and get a torch going here. We're going to use the steel wire torch. It kind of helps us with our alright. 1 second, guys. There we go. I don't know if you guys know this. It's a helpful hint. If your torch is in your left hand, you hit L1 and and you'll hold it higher to see. More cave moss. And we are going to keep going. More cave moss. So we can see we definitely have some enemies ahead here. So I am not going to use any sword that you guys would not have at this point. I am using the Nagakiba. It is accessible before you get here. You need to follow the quest line of Yura. It is very easily accessible before you come to this point. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get in here. You're gonna have a bunch of sorcerers down here. Alright. Got us a glintstone. A couple of them. Cave moss. More cave moss. I like to smack these, you never know. Just use these crystals for cover. I like to use the auto aim just to see what's out there. Definitely up to you how you do it and how you go about it. Alright, so now that we've acquired our loot from over there, we're going to be going this way. Let's jump up here and grab our cave moss real quick. Excuse me. Cave moss and more sorcerers. Grab our fireflies. I love it. So then we got some type of torrent skeleton there. Alright, so before we open the door, we're going to go ahead and head back down here. Our cave moss. Some loot down here in the bottom. There's a stone sword key to replace the one that you used. Which, 9 times out of 10, guys, there's always a stone sword key in one of these that gives it back to you. Alright, without further ado, we are ready to go hit the door. So let's go ahead and do that now. Heavy roll right now because I just put on some stuff for you guys. Let's grab our cave moss. I like to bash those little leaning boards here. Don't be scared to hit walls that you guys are curious about. This is where our throwing knives are going to come in handy. And that's the end of him. So let's say that one of these is a trap, right? If you open it and it's a trap, pull back on your joystick and hit circle, and you will roll out of the trap. You don't have to stay there and go through with it. Alright, we got us a rune arc. Check here. Like to always double check. You should be able to access this here in a minute through the other door. Alright, let's go ahead and hit our door. Excuse me. These boiled prawns, I use them a lot. You'll see in my videos. Very helpful to buff you up. Our build, we're using the shard of Alexander, excuse me, Godfrey icon. And also this one, I was running a holy damage build. We're gonna go ahead and switch that and put on. Where are you at? One second, guys. We have like 1,000 of these things. I apologize. There we go, right here. Lord of Bloods, Exulsion. Alright, so we're running a bleed build. These three are wonderful for bleed builds. Highly recommend them. The armor suit I'm wearing can be found at the beginning of the game. It is the Banished Knight set. You can farm this in the first castle you come across. I think it's Stormvale Castle. You can farm this. This is the altered version. You can't get different versions throughout the game. I have a ton of other armor sets. As you can see, they're all red. This is the best armor that I have came across in the game so far. You know, armor doesn't really matter that much. As you can see, my stats on the right aren't changing much. So just know the heavier the armor, the lighter the weapon you need to use. And then vice versa, the lighter the armor, the heavier the weapon. Alright guys, let's get on to it. Let's go ahead and pop another prawn. And we're going to go ahead and use our flask. We should be buffed up enough to handle these ladies. So with crystals you want to use, see how I'm not doing any damage here? So I should have done crystal, rock, scales, anything like that. You want to try to use so obviously they don't have bleed, right? So we're still rolling heavy because we're doing the video here. Alright, so we're one down. We're going to use these to help us. They will hurt you bad, so. Yeah, see that? So make sure that we're going to go ahead and switch to a strike weapon real quick. It doesn't really matter at this point. I'm just going to switch to a mace. Alright, guys. So she doesn't even know we're still here. See how much damage we're doing with this? And this is a weapon that's not even scaled or nothing. So you want to make sure that on crystals, like crystal rock, scaled armor like dragons, stuff like that, you can put bleed on dragons, don't get me wrong, but you want to use strike weapons on hard material if you're not using sorceries or anything like that. Slashing weapons, stabbing weapons on flesh, anything hard or armored, you want to use a striking weapon. You guys see I wasn't doing any damage with the Nagakiba, but when I put this mace on that isn't leveled up, it doesn't have one single stone put onto it, I was able to just slay that person. Or that crystal lady. Boss, whatever you want to call her. Alright. So we could go back to the beginning here, but we still have a little bit we need to explore. So now that we have defeated them, we can go right here. Let's go ahead and take this up a little bit. Okay, guys. We should now be in Raya Lucaria. You're at the top up here. This is why you don't want to leave yet, because this is the only way you're going to get up here. And there you go, guys. And that's it for this video. There you go. The Academy Crystal Cave. Thank you guys for being here. I love y'all. Please subscribe. Till the next one, the Evil Rogue is out.